And we are rolling. What's up, guys? Welcome to Unlimited Freedom. This is Vaughn with Unlimited Freedom, and today we're going to be getting into an update about NOVATECH, okay? Today is April 30th. So, as you know, we got an important update coming up. Let's go! You know, if you're not going to become a network marketer, we're not going to pay you what we said we were going to pay you, right? News announcement. And this is a breaking news announcement. And this is a breaking chat live on Friday. NOVATECH update. Keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top. Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. All right, guys, so as you know, today's April 30th, and we were supposed to have our 5%, right, from our trading account withdrawal. That was supposed to come in today. So the TA withdrawals, right, the trading account withdrawals are supposed to hit by today, right, according to, you know, these quote-unquote new parameters that supposedly have come out, and, you know, quite frankly, they have not been. They haven't even been able to live up to these new parameters. So back at the beginning of April, they basically said, hey, we're not going to be able to reopen up the trading accounts, but we're going to let you withdraw 5%. We're going to put in these new parameters, and, you know, that's going to get us back on track, right? We'll allow you to take your bonus account withdrawals, and then 5% of your trading account in April, 10% in May, 15% in June, so on and so forth. So here we are, right? It's April 30th, and my question is, are you guys getting your, right? Has that from your trading accounts come in? Has that hit? Has it hit for you, right? Because right now I've got people in the comments who are giving me both, right? Some people are saying, oh yeah, I got my trading account withdrawal. They're caught up with my bonus account withdrawals, which that's great for you. Right, but I'm also getting people in the comments who are saying, no, they're they're still behind on my bonus account withdrawals. They haven't lived up to this 5% trading account withdrawal deal. And so I am just curious, you know, as to what's going on out there for you guys. And also what I wanted to do with this video is I wanted to make kind of a recap just about where we're at right now with NOVATECH, and also, you know, reinforce kind of my vision for it into the future, what I would like to see happen, and, you know, kind of go from there. So, we had one big, you know, big surprise moment, right, with the whole Wisconsin debacle that came out, which, you know, I brought that to you guys first, and that has caused some other people out there to be very upset. You know, that Vaughn got there before you did. So, you know, you're losing it, right? You're going off the deep end now because I got to the story before you. So, you know, why don't you just go? Why don't you let that drive you completely insane? Because it looks like that's what you're doing. Okay, here's one for you. All right, now. That was big, though. That was big. You know, another cease and desist, right? It's a bad sign. It's a red flag. And more and more people are contacting me saying, hey, I'm just ready to start withdrawing from NOVATECH, right? And to get into some other options, which, you know, that's not a bad idea. I mean, personally, right now, guys, if I had like a large sum of money in NOVATECH, I would be like very nervous right now, especially if I had over leveraged myself. I would not be a happy camper at the moment, and I would be like severely hoping that they get me my 5% trading account withdrawal that is supposed to come in today, because today's the deadline, right? That's why we're doing this today. It's April 30th. It's the deadline for the trading account withdrawal at that 5% level. Also, they were going to be getting the bonus account withdrawals to you guys as long as you made a request when you were above $250. And I know a lot of you guys have above $250 in your bonus accounts that you've been requesting and that have not been coming in. So, I mean, so my question is, are we going to end the month of April now? You know, this month of April, we were all, you know, everything was leading up to what are they going to do April 1st? Are they going to get back on track? And, you know, they did make a couple of moves, but like I said, it seems like they haven't even been able to adhere to the new parameters that they put in. So, I mean, what does this tell you? I mean, I don't know what else it can tell you except to say that, there's obviously some problem going on in the background. Now, some folks will say they're out of money. That's why they're doing this. They don't have the money. That could be true. Other people say, well, there's some other reason. Okay, well, what would that other reason be? What could that other reason be at this point? I mean, are they having tech support issues? Obviously they are, right? Or, they're what happened? I mean, how did you I mean, how this is a total it's a blow up situation, guys. And the question is, man, what happened? I mean, I didn't think like I mean, I knew that they were going to have some trouble, dealing with these yeah, that might be the appropriate sound. They're going to have some trouble dealing with these cease and desist things. I knew that. Everybody knows that. But I didn't realize like it was going to get as bad as it is now. I mean, they're like it just doesn't even make sense. I mean, it's like if they were some quote unquote big Ponzi scheme, well, they should have got out last October, right? Or last November. Why would they like if they're this big Ponzi scheme, why are they still going? I mean, why would they be, right? They would have got out when it was like top time to get out. So, it's probably not that, guys. But, and then the other thing is, okay, we got this money coming in and we're supposedly trading, right? We're doing trading in the background and we're getting, these returns that they're posting every single Friday. Why? Why are we still having problems with the backlog? Why are they still not caught up? Why can that? So you're like, don't tell me that you're still trying to worry about 2 months ago. I'm not buying that. At this point, okay, what I want to know is why can't you get your current bonus account withdrawals out in a timely fashion? That's the question. Why can't you get the current ones out? Right? So, what happened? And here's another issue. They said that they were going to start giving us this weekly communication. Now, have you guys been seeing weekly communication? Because I haven't. I mean, let's see. I'm hoping we're probably going to get a communication from the company either today or tomorrow, I would hope, because it's the start of a new month. Right now, now let's say they're still backed up on their 5% trading account withdrawals. We're now in the month of May. Now you're supposed to be able to take a 10% trading account withdrawal. So, maybe some people out there will do that. Are they going to be able to make it on time? Right? Are they going to be able to, or are they going to be able to get those out to people on time? Well, here's hoping they do. Because, for all of my, people who say that I'm a big NOVATECH hater, I'm asking you, how am I hating on NOVATECH? I'm just pointing out these situations and these problems that they're having. And you have to call it like it is sometimes. I mean, they're still not getting caught up, right? They're still having these issues. And, so it has to be said, right? It has to be said. It's not coming from like a bad spirit or anything like that. It's not coming from like I hate NOVATECH. No, I don't, right? And I've made a lot of money with NOVATECH as well as a lot of other people I know have made money with it. So it's not that, guys. It's not that. It's frustration from me wanting them to fix this stuff, right? It's frustration from me wanting to see them get better, and it just seems like it's just not happening. That's where that's what that energy is. That's where that's coming from. Things that I think that they need to do is they need to first and foremost, they have to level with us and let us know what's going on, because there's no reason that's being given for why they can't, why they're still behind with the bonus account withdrawals, why they can't make good on even a 5% trading account withdrawal. There's no reasons given. You know, there was a big debacle that happened in Wisconsin. I covered it on here. They never even talked about it, guys. They never even mentioned it, right? And I mean, I don't care if you don't want to mention it to the public, but what about your investors, man? What about the people who are like rolling with you? What about your partners? Are you going to keep them in the dark also? How does that benefit anybody? Right? How does it benefit your investors if you don't say, "Oh, hey, by the way, we're getting run through the mill again, and this time it's the state of Wisconsin, so we got to get all that money out to those people there." You know, I've heard people tell me both about Canada. Some people in Canada have said they got their money. Other people say they never did. Some people say they're still trading in California. I mean, it's just getting like more and more like, you know, into the territory of the truth is out there, right? The truth is out there, but who knows? It might be this, might be that, could be this other thing over here. It's like 50 different stories popping up all at the same time. So, but yeah, so that first and foremost, that would be my first thing that I need to see, which is need to see some transparency. I just wanted to say, hey, okay, this is what's happened. This is why we're having these issues, right? First and foremost, let's get it out there. Let's get it on the table. Okay. The second thing I want to see is here's what we're going to do so that we don't have these issues again in the future. So basically the premise is two things, right? Premise is number one, okay, guys, here's what's happening. Here's why we're struggling. Here's what happened, right? And you know, they, you know, is it this run on the bank thing where everybody withdrew all at the same time? Is that really what it is? And if that's the case, then okay, but let's get it out there again. Let's tell the people, okay, this is what happened. Here's why we're struggling. Number one, okay, so, okay, cool, phew, thank God, I finally figured it out, finally heard from actually NOVATECH and said, why would I want to hear from the regulators rather than hear from NOVATECH? I'm involved in the company, I'd like to hear from the company. I don't want to have to hear it from an outside source. I don't want to have to hear it from a news article. I prefer to hear it from the company itself. Okay, here's what happened, right? Here's what happened. Number one, cool, you get it out there. Number two, here's what we're going to do to fix it. Here's what we're going to do to correct it so that it doesn't happen again. Right? Now, the big issue, the big elephant in the room is these delays. Right? So, what you know, how can we get past that? Like, what are they going to do to get past it? So maybe say, hey, listen, you can't afford to pay the 5%, right? You can't afford to pay the bonus accounts on time. What can you afford to do? I mean, look what just happened at VidiLook, right? VidiLook like imploded on itself because of all the money that it was paying out, and now they've rebooted, right? And they've took back a large sum of the money, and then they're like gonna only pay out a minuscule percentage of what they used to pay out. Now, I don't like that, but what I do like is that at least they told me what's going on. So that way I can make a decision. Do I want to continue with VidiLook or not? Right? At least they told me what they were going to do. So what can you afford to pay people? Can you afford 1% a week? That would be a start. I mean, that's something. Can you afford 1% and then live up to that? If that's what it is, then say that. Say, hey, listen, we're having a tough time and we can only afford to pay you guys 1% a week. That's it. I don't care how big your bonus account is. I don't care how big your trading account is. 1% per week. That's what you're going to get because that's what we're able to do. I would respect that more than them saying, oh yeah, go ahead and make a withdrawal, it'll be fine, and then the withdrawal never comes in. It's weeks and weeks late. Just tell us what you can do, and then live up to that until you get it fixed. Right? So even, like I said, even if it's 1%, even if it's 0.5%, what can you do in a timely fashion that you're not going to be, falling weeks and weeks behind on, right? I think that'd be a good idea, right? Okay, so here's what we can do. So that would be the first thing. The second thing, while you're doing that, right? I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but whatever your problem is, you got to get that fixed and get that handled so that you get your business in the green again, right? So that you get your business lucrative again. Get your business to where you're in a surplus again, right? You're back in the black while you're paying out the 1% or the 0.5% or whatever it is. And then the first thing you do is once you're back in the black is you hire a support staff. Get a support staff, right? If you got to go and hire somebody out of the country, then do that. If you don't want to pay them $15 an hour for the minimum wage here, then go pay them something else in another country, but get some staff. Get a support staff. Hire a staff. Right? That would be the second thing. That way, when people send in support tickets, you actually get a response. Hey, what a concept, right? When somebody sends in a support ticket, they actually get a response. How about that? Right? How about that? Okay, that would be a good idea. So now now you've got something else that you've handled. Now you're on top of it. Now people are starting to feel better. People are starting to feel more confident because their support tickets are getting answered. They say, okay, there's somebody at the wheel here. That's good to know, right? That the plane might not be flying straight, but at least there's a pilot here. That's good to know. Right? I mean, okay, so now the support tickets are getting handled, right? So okay, here's what we can do. We do 1%, we do 0.5%, whatever, 0.2%. I don't care. Just what can you do and actually live up to your word at this point? Instead of, why do you keep saying that you're going to do something and then you turn around and it turns out you can't do that, right? So we have to figure out, what can you do right now? What can you stay in front of? What can you stay on top of, right? Fix your website, okay? Hey, sorry. Hey, I know I'm throwing another grenade out there, but fix the website. Fix it, right? Your website is just, it's like, I feel like I'm running something on AOL back in 1999 when I go to your website. Time to get an upgrade, right? So you got your support staff. At least you're paying out something, right? So you're trying to get back out. You're trying to get back on your feet. Got your staff paying out a little something. You fix your website. Get some tech support, right? Get on a better server, right? To where your site isn't crashing all the time, right? I mean, you think this is funny? Do you think I'm joking? This is not a joke, okay? This is not a... There we go. Very good, very good. This is not a joke, okay? So, that would be, those would be some really good steps that I think would get, would get this thing into a better direction. Now, whatever it is, guys, it's the end of the month, and we're about to go into a new month, right? Month of May. What are we going to see, right? I mean, hopefully it's not more of the same, right? Hopefully they start getting, how many times can I say they need to start getting caught? I mean, how many times can anybody say that? Right? It's like, the whole month of April with these new parameters, and it didn't work, okay? So, okay, if it didn't work, that's fine, but if it didn't work, you got to scrap it, and you got to figure out something that will work. What can you do, right? How can you make it work? Having said that, guys, never invest anything into any platform that you cannot afford to lose. And don't forget to give me a like, comment, and subscribe. Let's flex on the haters by continuing to grow the channel, right? Continuing to get the interaction, the likes, the comments, the subscriptions. If you really want to help me out, hit that like button. If you really want to help me out, subscribe, and let's flex on the haters by growing the channel. Also, stay tuned for my trading course that's going to be coming out soon, where I teach my personal trading strategy that is achievable, attainable, sustainable, and how I was able to make more than I ever did before. Guys, this has been an update on NOVATECH, another NOVATECH update for your listening pleasure here at the Unlimited Freedom Network.